Sounds like a good plan to me. New quest is available at the Allied reports. Probably the one on the way with the main quest I just saw, if I had to guess.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
That was 5, not 1.
You can, aye. I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
I was? I didn't know I was on my way to see Harpocrates. Ayo! Harpocrates! What's crack-a-lackin', my dude?
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one Eikon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the Eikons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
He's a good boy. Love Torgal. What a dog elf. A bone to pick. No AP, dang it. I mean, the 20 Renown is really good, though. Slightly increases Torgal's attack potency. I don't think that's worth an accessory slot, but it's a neat idea. Open up. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, Blackthorn next. Don't demonetize my videos, please.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
A whetstone?
Yes, but not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. But good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel. I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
You'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
You know, I did just come across some orichalcum, if that interests you. Blacksmith blues too. No AP! Dang it! I need AP. Excalibur design draft. You know what Excalibur normally needs? Orichalcum, I think. Probably. You want Excalibur? Let's see what Excalibur needs. We might already have it after having defeated the Atlas.
Clive?
Blackthorn?
So, what'll it be?
Excalibur doesn't even need whatever it was that I just said. It needs Bomb Ember and Grimalkin Hide and Scarletite, all of which we have, and this is a pretty good upgrade for us, so we will take
scratches,
it.
Right?
I'll scratch whatever I want. It's my sword now. Guess there's not going to be any enhancing the Excalibur. That makes a lot of sense. Bum, 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 bum. Nothing better to make? Doesn't look like it. Does not look like it. Alright.
Fine.
The Mighty Excalibur. Looks a little basic, but I like it. Some good old basic steel to see here. How far am I in the game? We just did the big Titan boss fight, so however far that means.
Well, don't just stand
I don't know.
there,
We've only got
man.
2 more crystals to go and 2 more countries to fell, essentially. Definitely need to buy back up some Healy stuff.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
I just spent 20k. What are you talking about?
It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
Thank you. Let's go speak with Gaute. Hopefully his side quest will give me some AP, because my goodness, I want Judgment Bolt already. I want it so badly. I'm almost to the point where I'm just gonna go fight a bunch of random Minotaur and whatnot to try and get it. What do you got new to tell me, Vivian?
And how may I assist you today?
Oh, something about the state of the realm.
What is it that you wish to learn?
Nah, I'm good. I
The
just
state
don't
of
want
the
you to say
realm
you got anything
is
new.
ever-changing, Clive.
We got some renown rewards.
Good. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Karen, Karen, Karen. How many times are we gonna have these talks, old lady? Bum, 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 bum. Hey, yo, Karen. Take this dang old rock.
Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you like me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
That seems fair.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
Was she referring to herself there?
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
You have, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy soul couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. But having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
What a guy, that Sid. What a guy. Cool little backstory on Otto as well. Oh, flashback? Yo, my boy.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you.
Language, Sid!
Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
That was a really nice cutscene. What a nice quest. Sid is great. But they didn't give me any AP, dang it! I still need 1,404 more! Oh, I got Sid's goblet! Gonna be displayed in the chambers as I expected. That was a fun little side quest. Alright, what have you got for me?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Welcome indeed.
Come
Fork
to claim
over
your
my
just
stuff.
desserts.
I sure have the High Cleric's Medallion. The goddess Grieger teaches us that to walk with the wretched is an act of greater good. If we do accept this truth, then one could not rightly call he who follows this path an outlaw, a humble servant. Thank
All
you.
yours.
Dude, we're only 80 renown away from expanding renown again, and then hopefully it'll give us another big hit of AP. Because that's what I really
Come
want.
again. I may have more for you.
And then are you just going to tell me about the side quest that's where I'm already going for the main mission?
Oh, same old.
Otto's got me reading through the reports coming in from our allies and picking out what problems need dealing with now and what can be saved for later. It was still early days back in the old place, so I could just about handle the job myself. State of the world now, though, I need Dee's help to sift through it all. And that's just the sifting. Actually solving any of these problems is a whole other headache. The Cursebreakers take the urgent stuff, but we're still stuck waiting for volunteers to handle the rest.
So,
If you ever find yourself at a loose end, well, you know where to find me.
it was luck, and luck alone.
That saw me safely out of the hideaway that night. So many others didn't make it. I see them, you know, in my dreams sometimes. Always tell them I'm sorry that I wasn't able to save them.
But now,
I can tell them something different. That Kupka's dead. That you avenged them. And I know what they'll say back to me, so let me say it for them.
thank you, Clive.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
Quick look.
Quick little look-see, then. Yeah, get card. This is where I'm going, I believe. This is the next main mission I'm going for, so we don't have to fast travel there. It's on the way, I think. Alrighty, then.
Building a ship.
I think we're finally good to go. Let's get on over here. Whoops. I wanted to see the local map before just fast traveling. Yeah, we're gonna have to run right down to the side quest, and then we make it to Leitney's Hoard, apparently, at the Steps of the Forgotten. Yeah, okay, sure. Whatever you say, I guess. Let's get moving. Side quest on the way, but we're back to the main story. Cass, how long are you going today? We're doing a 5-hour stream today for part 100, because if I did my math right, part 100 should be coming up for YouTube today. Bum, bum, bum.